Good afternoon and welcome to Grover C. Redford Gymnasium on the campus of Missouri Valley College. 68 degrees outside, about the same inside today, and we should have a pretty good doubleheader as the Central Methodist University Eagles in town to take on the Missouri Valley College Vikings. And Joe, the last time these teams met, it was all CMU in both games, but again, that was a Saturday after finals week, and long time ago. That was early December. Both these teams a little bit different. The CMU Eagles struggling a little bit, and I think the Viking women playing better. They haven't won their last couple of games, but they've been right in those two contests.
Oh, they have, Ken, and I thought the Vikings really played well over at Benedictine the other night. We were tied at the end of three quarters, and, you know, the fourth quarter has kind of been a little bit of a bugaboo for the Vikes this year, and it was the other night, but Benedictine had a big quarter, and that was the difference in the game. But I thought the girls really battled and really played, did a lot of things well.
Joe had a chance to visit with Mike Davis. He's in his second year as the head coach of the Eagles. They come in 14-7 in the league, 18-7 overall.
Okay, chatting now with Central Methodist women's coach Mike Davis. Coach, sounds like you've run into a couple of hot shooting teams your last two games out of Iowa, Grandview and Clark.
Hey, I thought both those teams played well, and the reality of it is, though, we're not playing very well. And we've been on kind of a lull here for the last 2 to 3 weeks, so we need to come out of it. We'll have our hands full here today.
Well, you're still 14-7 in conference play. You're one of about 4 teams realistically battling for that third spot in the conference standing.
Hey, you know what? Where we're battling in the conference isn't even an issue right now. We just have to get to playing better. And we haven't done a great job on the defensive end, rebounding, and it's stuff we've got to get better at if we want to do anything at the end of the year.
Now we're going to try to get Lexi Moe to transfer to Missouri Valley. Every time we play, you guys, she has a big game. She scored 30 the last time we played.
Good player, someone who's had a good solid year for us. But, you know, we need more than just her playing at a high level. Dejanay Hale is someone that we need to play well, need to get some play out of our bigs, and we've kind of struggled there. So we've got a lot of pieces that really aren't fitting together in a great way right now, so we've got to do some work here at the end.
What are your keys today against Missouri Valley?
Hey, Valley's a good team, and, you know, they've got a couple of kids get the free throw line a lot. They do a good job that way. So, you know, part of playing defense is not putting them at the line where you can't play defense.
Tim Dixon joins me before this ballgame with CMU. And, Coach, we went to their place early in the season. I'll tell you what, they got on a roll, and they can do that. But different year, different team, right?
Yeah, I mean, that was early in the season for us. And we just came off finals week, and kids' mind were anywhere but playing a ball game. And so I think we're a different team now. You know, we're moving the ball around a little bit better, and I think we should be able to do a little bit more things against their defense. And with that being said, you look at their last 5 games, they're struggling holding teams with their defense. So it should be an exciting game today. But again, it comes down to we got to make shots. We got to play for 40 minutes. We can't play for 30, and hopefully we'll be able to pull out a win.
You know, the Hale girl scores a lot of points, but I think against Valley, the years I've done this, Lexi Moe has been the gal that's really kind of hurt it.
Yeah, and she has. I mean, she's a great freshman sophomore now, and so kid can play, kid can shoot, can put on the floor. She's an all-around player. I honestly think she's doing better than Hale this year. And, you know, the thing with Hale, she gets her points because he leaves her in the whole game. And you know, that's the way he does it. You know, they were up 25-30 on us over at their place, and she didn't come out to about 4 minutes in the fourth. So, you know, that's his philosophy, and that's great. You know, get your points that way. For me, I'd rather keep my kids safe and make sure they don't get hurt and play everybody. So, you know, just two different philosophies there, but definitely Hale's a great player, and so is Mo. We got to stop one of them today to have a chance to win.
All right, so we're about ready to go as the Vikings 6-14 in the league, and right now they are on the outside looking in. Lexi Moe, we just talked about her, 5'10 sophomore of St. Peter's being introduced to this crowd today. Paige Albrecht, the 5'11 senior, in the starting lineup, as is Sophie Thompson, a 5'10 freshman, and Dejanay Hale, the 5'8 junior, 19 points a game. So there you have the lineup for the CMU Eagles as they come in 14-7. As Joe said, they're battling realistically for the third spot. They're 14-7. Mid-American Nazarene is 14-6. The Vikings go with Ashley Ward, the senior out of Springdale, Arkansas, 5'8 senior. And, of course, today, Haley Meyer getting the start, 6'2" sophomore out of Moscow Mills, New Troy, Missouri. Dee McCoy, the 5'8" junior. Dee the transfer. She is out of Hot Springs, the young lady from Russia at the point today. And Veronica Petkova, the 5'10" junior. As I mentioned, Dasha Ivanova is the point guard. This broadcast copyrighted by the Mass Communications Department of the Communications, Humanities, and Human Service Division of Missouri Valley College for the private use of our audience. Any retransmission of the use of the content of this broadcast without the express written consent of Missouri Valley College is prohibited. Also, big thanks to everyone at Marshall, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram for providing the transportation for Joe and I when we're on the road covering Missouri Valley athletic events. The Vikings in their home white, the black uniforms with the dark green numerals for CMU, and Joe all has the first
half. And guess what? CMU's wearing those shirts where the numbers are going to be hard to see today.
Well, thank goodness we're on the floor.
Do the best we can. All right, CMU brings it into the forecourt. Ahead of the key, it's Sophie Thompson. Now gets it to Dejanay Hale. Hale hands back to Lexi Moe. Moe guarded by Ward. Shot by Hale is good. So Dejanay Hale buries the first shot of the game, and that's a triple. And boy, she can get hot. She averages 19 points a game.
Yeah, this team can get hot in a hurry.
Petkova, Veronica, good look that time. Petkova had a jump shot for the free throw line, but it bangs off the back of the rim. Here come the Eagles. Right wing it comes. Now with the drive is Thompson. Hands back outside to Emily Richardson. Now a lob down low. Going to call an offensive foul, I think, on Lexi Moe. I think they're going to say Lexi Moe pushed off, trying to get position on the post. So turnover. You know, Ken, I think the secret for the Vikings, you look at the Vikings, you've got McCoy averaging 15, Ward 14, Petkova 10. Then it drops down 4.9, 4.7, 3. Some of the other girls need to have those 7, 8, 10-point performances for the offense to really get going.
Somebody's going to have to step up and get, you're right, probably double digits or close to that.
All right, Ivanova, left-hand dribble. Back outside, Haley Meyer. Haley gives it on the left wing to Ashley Ward. Now underneath, going to call a push-off. And one of the, I think it might be on, is that on Thompson? I think they're going to call that push-off underneath on Sophie Thompson. So a couple of fouls away from the ball here to start the game against Central Methodist. Now McCoy gets it out to Petkova. Pet on the right wing to Haley Meyer. Veronica, head of the key, out of Bulgaria. Skips it over to Deidre McCoy. Central Methodist on top. Dejanay Hale, a three-pointer. That's been the only score of the game. And now a dribble goes off the foot. I think it goes off one of the Central Methodist ladies' foot, so it'll be the Viking ball. 8:42 left to play in the first quarter. Vikings trying to win their 7th conference game. They come in at with 6 wins in the conference right now. There's a deep three by McCoy, missed. Offensive rebound, though. Good hustle by Veronica Petkova on the offensive board. Now Petkova gets the ball on the baseline. Jump shot good, and that's a 3. So what a sequence for Veronica Petkova. She scrambles, gets the offensive rebound, then she's rewarded with a good look for a three-pointer to tie this up.
All right, good job. Once again, getting an offensive rebound leads to points.
Now Deidre McCoy, somebody bats it away. Deidre McCoy gets a steal ahead to Petkova. Outside to Meyer. Haley picked up out there by Albrecht. Skip pass across. Another 3 by Petkova, good! And Veronica Petkova buries her second straight triple. She's knocked down the last 2. Missouri Valley takes a 6-3 lead. Now Lexi Moe. Moe picked up outside by Ivanova. Now gets it back outside to Richardson. Dejanay Hale picks up a 3, puts up a 3 and missed it. Rebound McCoy. All right, Vikes on the run ahead to Ashley. In the corner to Ivanova. Good ball movement by the Vikings. Deep 3 by Meyer is good. Haley Meyer buries a 3. And timeout, Coach Mike Davis and Central Methodist as Veronica Petkova has knocked down 2, and Haley Meyer 1 3-pointer. The Vikes have hit their last 3 triple shots, and they lead it 9-3.
Well, Mike's told me before the game, I had a long conversation. He said, we're not playing well, and it's on the defensive end, and those are wide open looks at 3. So these gals can hit that shot. They're college players, so you've got to guard them a little bit better than that. Good job by the Vikings from beyond the arc here early in this game.
Well, Ken, you look at the last 2 games for Central Methodist. They were beaten by Grandview. These are both at home. They were beaten by Grandview 94-84.
Right.
And then they were beaten on Wednesday night by Clark 97-86. They've had 2 visiting teams come in and put 94, 97 points on the board in their last two. All right, Central brings it across. Hale on the right wing. Now driving inside Moe. Now the ball knocked away and tied up as Ashley Ward gets down and gets a tie-up. She and Lexi Moe get a tie-up. And with the alternate possession rule, the ball will go back to the Vikings. So good hustle. Good hustle that time by Ashley Ward. A little pressure now by the Eagles. The Vikes get it into Petkova. Petkova on the left wing to Ivanova. Pretty good job breaking the press that time. Dasha takes it in front of Dejanay Hale to the right wing. Skip pass over to Dee Dee McCoy. McCoy comes around a Meyer screen into the middle. Veronica thinks about another three. Now back to Meyer. Down to 9 on the shot clock. Over to Ivanova. Baseline. Ivanova back to Meyer. Deep three by Haley. Hit of the key. Good. They say that's a 2. But Haley Meyer buries her second straight shot. The Vikes have hit their last 4 shots. They've scored 11 unanswered points here. Lead it 11-3.
Keep the pressure on here.
Hale over on the right wing now to the corner. Shot's missed. That shot was taken that time by Sophie Thompson and knocked out of bounds. I think Moe may be the last one to hit it, so it'll be Missouri Valley ball as the Vikings will inbound. And Central Methodist drops back out of that press right down to that half-court man-to-man defense. Vikes have scored the last 11. 2 threes by Petkova and a 3 and a 2 by Haley Meyer. Gotten it done for Missouri Valley so far. Now Petkova gets inside. Had an open look that time and left it short. Off the bottom of the rim. Rebound Lexi Moe. Ahead quickly to Richardson to Hale into the forecourt. Dejanay Hale, head of the key, Moe. A good ball movement. There's a jumper by Thompson. That's Sophie Thompson, and they're going to say that's a 3 as Sophie Thompson knocks down a 3 off the right wing. That's the first bucket for Central Methodist since that opening shot by Hale trims the Viking lead to 11-6. Man-to-man again by Central Methodist. Now Petkova tried to lob it down low to Ashley Ward. Ashley cutting along the baseline, but that'd have been a tough pass for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to catch, I think.
Boy, Tim Dixon took a timeout. His team up 11-3. Now it's 11-6, and just turned it over. And he took a quick 30-second timeout. And he met his team halfway out on the court. He didn't want him to come to the bench. He's upset. And I see what he's talking about. You kind of have a team that whipped you pretty good. You have them early in the game, but you have the lead. You have an advantage. Don't make careless turnovers like that. Let them come right back into it.
Coach, can we come sit down on the bench? Nope, we're going to talk out here on the floor.
Talk right out here on the floor. By the way, his wife's here. She'll be here for the next week. So,
okay, good.
So a 4-game home streak, and as he said, she's never seen him lose here. So maybe we'll go on a 4-game winning streak while she's in town.
Well, and Ken, Julie Ramsey, who is Tessa Ramsey's mom, her dad, Chris and Julie Ramsey, and her sister Ellen are all here.
Yep.
They're from Melbourne, Australia, so good to have them. And they say they listen to all of our broadcasts, and good to have them here.
Yeah, well, sorry they have to listen to us, but
hey, listen, we can be entertaining once in a while. Outside to Moe. Moe back to Hale, deep 3 out of the corner by Dejanay, misses. Good job by Petkova and McCoy. As they do a good job screening out on the boards. The Vikes get the rebound up by 5. Into the forecourt, Ivanova. Dash out of Kursk-Russia. Hands to Deidre. McCoy with a left-hand dribble takes it to the left wing. Deep 3 by Ashley Ward. Hit of the key, good! Ashley Ward knocks down a 3. And Kinder, the Vikings 4 out of 4 from beyond the arc?
They are 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5, they missed one. Okay, pretty good shooting, though, to start out as Ward hits one. There's a 3 off the right wing by Thompson. And that one misses. Now Thompson gets a steal, takes a pass away. She'll go one-on-one with Haley Meyer. Goes to the glass, missed it. But an offensive rebound, good rebound that time by Paige Albrecht. But then Deidre McCoy gets down and blocks the stick back attempt. So good hustle. But they call, now they call a foul on Deidre. Okay. Thought that might have been a good block, but the official says no, got some arms. So that's going to put Paige Albrecht on the line for 2 shots. She averages 5.7 points a game and knocks down the first free throw.
In this game, we've had 1 2-point field goal made. The Vikings have made 4 threes, 2 threes for the Eagles. They have yet to make a 2-point field goal.
Paige Albrecht, a senior out of Yakima, Washington. And her second shot's good, so Albrecht knocks down both free throws, and by doing that, makes it a 6-point game. Now Alexis Boyd Lockett, the senior out of St. Paul, Minnesota, in the Missouri Valley lineup. Skip pass over to Ashley Ward. AW goes baseline. Oh, tried to flip it up, and that's going to be a foul. I think they're going to call that one. Is that on Albrecht?
Mo, I think.
Called on Lexi Moe. That's on Mo. That's her second foul. Lexi Moe. So Lexi Moe, who has yet to score, picks up her second foul, and that's not a young lady that Coach Mike Davis wants to see get into foul trouble. Boyd Lockett passes it out to McCoy. Man-to-man again by the Eagles. In on the high post to Petkova. Petkova goes baseline against Albrecht. Back outside, Meyer. Wrap around into Dede. Dede spins to the middle, up and in. Nice quick spin move. That time by Deidre McCoy. That's her first bucket. And the Vikings up by 8. Pressure by the Vikes. Taken away by McCoy. Good athletic steal by Dede there. Left wing, Lockett. Ward, another three. Got another one. Hey, say it isn't so. Ashley Ward knocks one down. Ken, that's the 5th triple by the Vikings here in the first quarter.
Well, Ashley should be doing that all year.
Yeah.
She is a good shooter. She just take that shot.
Yes, she is. Boy, good to see her hit it. She's had the inside game all year. It's
She
great
can
to
shoot.
see that outside shot start to fall.
She just doesn't take enough of it.
19-8, Missouri Valley. Now the shot missed by Moe. Offensive rebound by Thompson misses. Petkova comes away with it. Vikes on the run. Veronica takes it inside. Now tried to hand it off to Ward. Ashley went up and her shot partially blocked. And good face to see coming back into the lineup. Senior Lindsey Denny, who sat out the last, I believe, 3 games with a high ankle sprain. Lindsey, the senior out of Everton, back in the lineup right now from Missouri Valley.
Good to see her into the game.
Yes, it is. 19-8. The Vikings have led since the opening basket. Central scored first, and the Vikes reeled off 11 straight points. Have not looked back since then, at least so far. Now Ward outside to Lockett. Lockett thinks about a three, now gets it back to Ashley. Petkova comes around a screen, goes to the right baseline with 8 on the shot clock. McCoy wrap around into Denny, turn around jump shot short. Nice offensive rebound, Ashley Ward up and in. Ashley Ward just took the ball away from 2 Eagles that time, put it back up and in. She's got 8, Vikings up, folks, 21-8. Exactly. Let me repeat it. 21-8 right now.
This CMU team looks nothing like the team we saw early in the year.
No. Now Mo downside goes up with the left hand. I think Lindsey Denny got her on the arm.
And Mike right before the game, he said, we're not playing very well, and at least right now they're not. But the Vikings have a lot to do with that.
Yes, they do. So Lindsey Denny picks up the foul, and that's going to put Lexi Moe on the line for 2 shots here. We've talked a lot about Moe. She's a sophomore out of St. Peter's. And Ken, what'd you say about her brother?
T.J. Moe, the receiver for the Missouri Tigers a few years ago, is her brother, so a very athletic family.
A lot of you people from the state of Missouri will remember T.J. Very good wide receiver for Coach Gary Pinkel, and the Tigers played in a couple bowl games, I think. Second shot by Moe, good. So Moe, don't want to get her untracked. She's a very good shooter. Those are her first 2 points of the game. Now into the lineup for Central Methodist, Anna Borges. She's a junior out of Sao Paulo, Brazil. Ward outside to Lockett. Alexis Boyd's three-pointer hits the back of the rim and comes off. But an offensive rebound, another rebound by Ashley Ward. Good hustle by A.W. on the offensive glass. Almost a third foul by Moe as she runs into Ward, and now Moe runs over Deidre McCoy.
Ooh, if that's on her, that's 3.
Yeah, they call that as Lexi Moe plows over Deidre McCoy on the baseline, and Lexi Moe has 3 fouls here in the first quarter. So she's going to come out and coming into the lineup for the first time. I do my best on this game. Anna Luing Doring Speranza.
I'm going to say Speranza.
Speranza, okay.
Anna Speranza.
She's got one of those ladies with four names.
Uruguay.
All right. Alexis Boyd Lockett to inbound for the Vikings. Gets it outside to Ward. Head of the key to Denny. Denny on the left wing to Ashley again. Down to 2:14 left to play in the first quarter. Sierra Adams out of Peoria, Arizona is checked into the Viking lineup. Ward goes baseline. Spins, nice spin move inside, missed it. Boy, Ward that time went right around Jerica Nelson. Got it back and gets it into McCoy, and McCoy lays it in. Wow. Everything looking Viking right now. It's 23-10. The Vikings lead as Deidre McCoy gets her second basket of the game thanks to an offensive rebound by Ashley Ward. And Ken got to figure some way to keep this mojo going right now.
Well, the Vikings are getting every loose ball. And I'll be honest with you, CMU Eagles are not. They look like they're about half speed right now. Every loose ball is going to the Vikings, and that's what the Vikings need to do today. This team's coming off 2 losses in a row, and they're on the road, and they're down by 13. The Vikings have to keep them there now.
Well, and again, Lexi Moe, the second leading scorer on Central Methodist, now on the bench with 3 fouls. And, folks, we're still in the first quarter. So
Vikings lead points off turnovers 11-2 and second chance points 7-2. So those are categories that just kind of show you hustle, and that's what the Vikings are doing.
Now Tessa Ramsey out of Melbourne, Australia, the senior, checks into the Viking lineup. So it's Ramsey, McCoy, Ivanova, Ward, and Sierra Adams on the floor right now.
And again, as you said, her parents and her family's here from Melbourne, so they're up sitting up and watching their red-headed daughter on the floor.
Again, her parents, Chris and Julie, and her sister Ellen, say they listen to all of our broadcasts. All right, it'll be Central Methodist ball, 1:48 to play in the quarter. Central Methodist scored the game's first points. It's been all Missouri Valley. The Valley scored the next 11, and they haven't looked back. Here's a nice runner, a jump shot, short that time by Borges. Here come the Vikes. Jump shot, Petkova. Missed it. Offensive rebound, Ramsey outside Ivanova. So good hustle by Tessa on the offensive glass that time.
It's already the 5th offensive rebound for the Vikings.
Ashley Ward bounce pass to Ramsey on the high post. Tessa squares up, puts up a jumper, got it. Everybody's getting in the act right now as that's the Ramsey becomes the 5th different Viking to score as she knocks down that 15-footer. 25-point quarter for the Vikes. They lead it by 15. You can figure that's the quiz. And how many does Central Methodist have? 25 points for the Vikes. They lead it by 15.
Wow, it's an amazing quarter.
1:05 left. See if we can close it out the way we played the entire quarter. Outside, Jerica Nelson down low. Got the ball inside. And that shot was missed down low by Speranza. Here come the Vikings. Ivanova to Petkova. Veronica skip pass all the way across to Dasha. Down low to Ramsey. In the corner, out of the corner, Sierra Adams. Her 3 missed. And there's going to be a foul on one of the Vikings.
Ramsey,
Is that Tessa over the back? I think it could be. Yep, they call it on Tessa. Ramsey over the back on the rebound. That's the only the 3rd foul on the Vikings. Now Ashley Ward will come out from Missouri Valley. Deidre McCoy checks back in. So all Vikings right now, folks. 25-10. They try to close out the first quarter. Now Hale down the baseline. Back outside. Stop and go dribble by Nelson. Now Hale picked up by Petkova. Dejanay flips up a left-hand jump shot. Nice move that time as Dejanay Hale went to the left wing, shot about a 10-footer, nothing but net. 18 seconds to go in the quarter. Vikes can hold for the last shot as the shot clock is turned off. 11-10, McCoy outside on the dribble. Comes around a screen, back to Ivanova. Ivanova flips it up too strong. Rebound Petkova, and she's going to be fouled. So nice hustle. I'm not sure, Ken, how many offensive rebounds Veronica Petkova and Ashley Ward have between them, but they really hit that offensive glass well.
We have six offensive rebounds, and those 2 have most of them. So 6 offensive rebounds in the first quarter.
Petkova was fouled by Dejanay Hale. She'll be at the line for 2 shots. First one misses. Down to 2.7 seconds to go, so Petkova will have 1 more to try to make this a 14-point lead. Second shot by Veronica, good. So good quarter for her. She has 7. Now Alexis Boyd-Lockett checks in. Tessa Ramsey comes out. Inbound, that's going to do it for the end of the first quarter as the Vikings lead it 26-12. One of the best, if not the best, first quarter of the year is 8 points for Ashley Ward, 7 for Veronica Petkova, 5 for Haley Meyer, 4 for Deidre McCoy, and 2 for Tessa Ramsey.
And the Vikings shooting 50%, 10 out of 20. CMU just 25%, 3 out of 12. They're 2 for 7 from beyond the arc. The Vikings 5 out of 8, 62.5% from 3. So there you go. And the rebounding, they have a 12-5 rebounding edge. So just about every statistic shows why that score is 26-12. It was a quarter dominated by Missouri Valley.
Well, if you remember when these two teams played last year, the Vikings led most of the way against the Central Methodist team that ended up winning the conference championship. The Vikings led most of the way, and then Dejanay Hale knocked down a jumper right out of the right corner to our far right to win it at the buzzer. But seemed like we play them, as many teams do, much better here on our home floor than we do on the road.
And we'll see. And the last time these teams played, in all fairness, it was at the end of finals week. And I'm one of those believers. I think if most schools have finals that week, you shouldn't even play that Saturday. Your kids are in finals all week. I mean, just add another Monday game somewhere, you know.
And I think that day we maybe had visions of sugar plums in our head or something. That was right before Christmas.
And I know they practiced just very little that week. Not making an excuse, and CMU played very well that night. But we'll see. Boy, different game today, 26-12.
Yeah, it's all Vikings so far. The Eagles will get the ball to start the second half. Trying to get some of these numbers. A couple new players. Looks like Matija Rosik's in there for Central Methodist. Get some of these other numbers as we see them. The numbers not that easy to see on Central Methodist. Now the ball taken away. There's a steal by Ashley Ward. Ward to Petkova on the left wing. Veronica Ashley head of the key. Now she skips it over to Dasha. Dasha on the baseline to Deidre. Deidre started to drive, now comes back to the middle. Ivanova, left wing Ward, down to 13 on the shot clock. Ivanova around a Haley Meyer screen, 7 on the shot clock. Underneath, and I think maybe did Ivanova step out of bounds?
Got the pass to Petkova, but she had stepped out of bounds.
I think she stepped out of bounds. Amanda Hutchins in the lineup for Central Methodist right now. Try to get some of these other numbers. Also in the lineup is Jasmine Shields. Jasmine Shields is in there. Also in the lineup is, as I said, Matija Rosick. Now Central almost throws it away. Now they do throw it away as Ashley Ward gets a steal. I think Coach Mike Davis is trying to find some kind of combination here that gets something done.
Yeah, none of these are starters.
Skip pass to Ward, goes over her head out of bounds. Deidre tried to throw it all the way across court to her running mate Ashley Ward. And a little bit too high for AW, out of bounds, back to the Eagles. Here comes Shields. Quickly across the timeline. Shields, the left-hand dribble, going to be held, I think, by McCoy. And that'll be Deidre's second foul.
Only the first foul of the quarter. Yeah, it's a totally new 5 out there for Mike Davis.
I thought they called that on. They've got 12 up on the board. I guess maybe they called that on Ivanova. I thought that was Deidre myself.
All right, well, we'll give it on Ivanova, her first.
Okay, outside for Central Methodist, Allison Hines. Ball kicked by one of the Vikings out of bounds. 22 seconds left on the shot clock. Rasick. Is it Rosick or Rasick? Rasick inbound. Now gets it inside, and there's a turnaround jump shot by Shamira Cockerham. Shamira Cockerham gets it inside, lays it in. That's her first basket. Cuts the Viking lead down to 12. Petkova high above her head. Haley Meyer down low to Ward. Ward goes around Rasick, puts it up and in. They're going to count the basket. I think they will. As Ashley Ward went right around Matija Rasick that time, put it in. And Rasick whacked her on the arm. That'll be Rasick's first foul. Give Ward the basket. Ashley now in double figures with 10. And she'll be off the line with 8:21 left to play in the half with a chance to complete the three-point play. And missed it. So the Viking lead is 14. Allison Hines had it knocked away by Haley Meyer. Good job by Haley. McCoy picks it up. Here comes Deidre. Down to Ward. Ward goes around Rasick, and Rasick got her again. So for the second straight time, Ashley Ward gets around Matija Rasick on the baseline, and that's going to be Rasick's second. Viking ball underneath. They'll inbound. 8 minutes and 6 seconds left to play. Pass comes out high to Petkova. Now to Meyer. Meyer on the right wing. Deidre puts up a three. Good! Yeah. Deidre McCoy knocks down a three. That's the 6th three here in the first half for the Vikings.
Boy, keep up the pressure now. You've got this team reeling.
I'm not sure what they are from beyond the arc. They're pretty 6 out of
Vikings
something.
6
pretty
out
impressive.
of 9.
6 out of 9. Pretty impressive. Cockerham dribbles through a double team. Off the glass too hard. But a nice offensive rebound is inside by Allison Hines. Now head of the key back to Shields. Now Hines goes baseline. Oh, nice pass. Great block by Haley Myers. Meyer blocked that one away from Shamira Cockerham, and now they're going to call a double dribble on the Vikings.
And the Vikings wanted to run, and one of the headbands came off, so they stopped play. I don't know what this is all about.
No, I don't know.
Give the ball back to the Eagles.
Call double dribble on the Vikings.
Dribble,
they call
okay.
double dribble. Yep. All right, Hines outside. Hines over on the right wing to Jasmine Shields. Hands to Rasick. Now Shields has her left hand taped. Couple of fingers on her left hand taped up. Left hand dribble. Has it knocked away. And now I think they're going to call Shields for a foul. She had that ball knocked away, tried to dive into Haley Meyer to get it back, and they're going to say she hammered her. So Jasmine Shields picks up her first foul of the game. Well, they put the foul up on Lexi Moe. That was not on Lexi Moe. Lexi Moe is not even out on the floor. That's right. Jasmine Shields is who they called it on. All right. Petkova outside to Ward. Ashley in the corner. Jumper by Petkova. Oh, this one pinballs out. That was down inside the rim and just came jumping out. Pass ahead. Good pass down low to Hutchings. Now Hutchings throws it away. Taken away by Meyer. Vikes have come up with a lot of steals here in the early going, really playing very aggressive defense, forcing a lot of turnovers. Ward, right wing Meyer. Ward back to Ivanova, her jump shot out of the corner. And they're going to call.
3 seconds?
Yeah, I don't think the basket's going to
3
count.
seconds.
The shot went down, but too long in the lane for the Vikings. So Central Methodist trailing 31-14. Eagles get it back. Shields. Hands back to Rasick. Rasick tried to scoop it inside. They're going to say somebody grabbed her.
Wow.
I think you're right. I think she did shuffle those feet, but they're going to call a foul on Ivanova.
Yeah, she got away with that one.
Say Dasha reached in and grabbed Rasick. They say that was before the shot is Sierra Adams, again out of Peoria, Arizona, gets to set to check in for the Vikings. Dasha Ivanova checks out. Rasick to inbound. He gets it outside to Hines. Hines hands over on the right wing. Cockerham back to Hutchings. Now drive in. Oh, nice pass by Hines. Down low to Cockerham. Her shot too hard off the glass, though. So good inside game by Central Methodist, but once again, very good defense by the Vikings as they've held a good scoring offensive team to only 14 points, and we're almost halfway through the second period. Deep three by Adams. This one misses. Nice offensive rebound. Ward back to Petkova. Her three. Good! Veronica Petkova buries her third triple of the game. Give her 10 points, and boy, everything coming up roses for the Vikings
working
right now.
Everything's working, and this CMU team is in a funk.
They're out of their offensive rhythm right now. Allison Hines drives in, misses the shot. Rebound Petkova. Boy, best half I've seen Veronica play. She's gotten a lot of rebounds, buried 3 shots from beyond the arc. Now here comes yet another player. Looks like Jenka Stiazna about to come in. Now the shot missed by McCoy. Cockerham gets a rebound.
Mike is emptying the back of the end of his bench has played here more than the starters here in the first half. There's another turnover.
Now a bad pass as the ball goes off the hands of Amanda Hutchins. And as we said, Stiazna, Jenka Stiazna, senior out of Zvolen, Slovakia, will come into the Central Methodist lineup. Yeah, I think everybody dressed out in green has played so far today.
And his starters are on the bench.
34-14. Who would have thought it? A 20-point lead for the Vikings over a team that's battling for third place in the conference right now. Central Methodist 14-7 in conference play. Now a wraparound pass into, nice off-balance shot by Ashley Ward. Great pass by Deidre McCoy, and Ashley kind of hanging sideways that time, banged it off the glass and in. Good defense, Vikings. Baseline jumper by Hutchins, good. So that breaks some kind of a drought for Central Methodist as Amanda Hutchins, that's only their second basket of this quarter, as Amanda Hutchins knocks one down off the left baseline. Hutchins is a junior out of Palmer, Alaska. We have 3 players out of Alaska on this Central Methodist team. Now Alexis Boyd Lockett, her runner misses. Here comes Rasick. Rasick cut off first by Petkova and then by Denny. Now inside it comes in Stiazna, and Stiazna goes inside and she's going to be fouled. She'll be on the line for 2 shots. Sierra Adams gets the foul. That's Sierra's first. That's team foul number 3 on the Vikings. Central Methodist has an equal number, and that's going to put Jenka Stiazna on the line for 2 shots here. Stiazna's first one, good. Don't want to let this team back in the game, Ken. Got to keep the pedal to the metal right now.
Yeah, you don't want to give them a little run here in the next 3:48. Give them some confidence.
Stiazna's second free throw, good. So the young lady out of Slovakia knocks down both free throws, makes it an 18-point game. Vikes have doubled the score, 36-18. 3:40 left to play in the half. Lindsey Denny, who's back in, holds it high above her head, down to Ward. Ward goes around Rasick up and in, and Ashley Ward just kind of doing about what she wants down on the baseline right now.
Big game for Ashley.
Left wing over to Shields. Shields spins into the middle, puts up a runner. Missed it. Nice offensive rebound, Stiazna. And she went up with the stick back. It was blocked out of bounds. 14, I've got Ashley for 14 points in the game.
Big first half.
Central Methodist to inbound. Rasick will trigger it in, gets it into Hutchings. Hutchings skip pass across to Hines. Now Rasick puts up a 3 off the left side. This misses. Rebound, Deidre McCoy. 3:05 left in the half. Deidre Ward, another 3 by Ashley. Got another one. Wow. 17 points is Ashley Ward. That's probably as many triples as she's had all season. She has 3 now. And guess who got that rebound? Ashley Ward. Wow.
Well, I've said all year she needs to shoot more. She does not shoot enough.
Again, let's look at this and see how many has she gotten all year. Let's see. I've got her. She's only hit 5 all season long. Coming in 5 out of 19. She's hit 3 already today. So AW having a big game. 17 points, 41-18. No, you don't have wax in your ears. 41-18. Missouri Valley leads it. Now Coach Tim Dixon wants a timeout. So 2 minutes and 38 seconds left to play as the Missouri Valley Vikings trying to win their 7th conference game. And boy, kid, if they could hold on and win, this would be a big one.
Be a big one for them, and one that they need, because right now they are not in the playoff. They're a game behind Culver Stockton, trying to get into that 10th spot realistically. Maybe 7th place would be the highest the Vikings could finish. If they would do that, they'd get a play-in game 2 weeks from Monday night, but that's a long way to go before we...
I think the one, if I had to say one thing that's the telltale sign on Central Methodist today, it's Lexi Moe gets 3 fouls in the first quarter. She's been a Viking killer, and she picks up 3 fouls and has only 2 free throws in the first half. And I think that her getting those early fouls kind of set the stage for what's happened so far.
Well, again, you said they gave up over 90 points at home the last 2 games, so there's something that's not clicking with this team, and Vikings need to take advantage of that.
All right, Vikes get it inbound, leading it again, 41-18. We like to say that as much as we can. Outside, deep 3 by McCoy, head of the key. This one misses. Nice rebound, Rasick. Gets it ahead to Shields. Shields over on the left wing to Hines. Hines goes around Lockett to the baseline. Now tried to get it inside, had it taken away as Lockett gets a steal, and I think Alexis Boyd's going to be fouled. So good hustle by Alexis Boyd Lockett as she got the steal. Did they call the foul there?
Shiana, I think, called the foul.
Okay. Yajna gets the foul.
Tessa Ramsey back in, replacing Lindsey Denny, trying to get Lindsey back in game shape as she's missed, 3 games, I think, the last 3 or 4 games.
I would bet, don't see them, but I would bet her mom and dad are here somewhere. They come to almost every game. 41-18, 2:11 left. Lockett across the timeline. Goes to the left-hand wing, now backs it out. Skip pass toward Adams, knocked away, but Annette Peterson gets it back. Annette in the Viking lineup for the first time. She's out of Latvia, Marupe, Latvia. Now Ramsey with 5 seconds. 4, out to McCoy. Deidre puts it up just ahead of the shot clock buzzer and knocks it down. It's a 2-pointer, but boy, when you're hot, you're hot. Deidre McCoy with probably less than a second on the shot clock timer knocks down a bucket. That's her 9th of the game. Shields, bad pass. Knocked away, now taken away by Adams, who Sierra almost carried it, now loses it. Shields, all the way to the bucket. Nice flip shot, but missed it. Rebound underneath Hutchings. Her follow misses. Rebound by Hines, and she's going to be fouled underneath. So good effort by the Eagles that time on the offensive glass as they get 3 offensive rebounds. And finally, Sierra Adams fouls Amanda Hutchings. It'll be a non-shooting foul. Both teams with 4 fouls in the quarter, so Central Methodist ball out of bounds. Hines, up, got it. So good take that time by Allison Hines. That's her first basket of the game. 23-point Viking lead, down to a minute to play here in the quarter, in the half. Right wing Peterson. Annette over to Ramsey on the high post. Tessa holds it high above her head now. Bad pass taken away. Ball stolen by Hutchings. Ahead to Shields. Ooh, Shields traveled. Yep, shuffled those feet. Shields trying to get set to take the jump shot and shuffled both feet at the same time. And now Ashley Ward, Dasha Ivanova, Veronica Petkova, and Haley Meyer all come into the Viking lineup with 48.3 seconds left to play in the half.
Good job by Tim rotating these people, and you want to finish strong here. You're up by 23, but even want more here.
Outside Ward gives to Petkova. Right wing, Ivanova fakes a 3. Now goes into the lane, puts up a runner. This one missed. Rebound, Rasick. 31 seconds left. Shields down the middle. Nice pass. Good pass by Jasmine Shields as she finds Amanda Hutchings wide open underneath. Hutchings has 4. Trims the lead to 21. 17 seconds. Vikes can hold for the last shot, which they should with that big lead. Petkova, right wing to Meyer. Back to Ward, lob down low. Petkova goes in on the glass. Missed it. Offensive rebound. Ward put it up. She's fouled. Good hustle by Ashley Ward. Got the offensive rebound, and she's fouled with 1.7 of a second left in the half. And AW's done everything else in the half. Let's see if she can hit a couple free throws here.
Shiana picked up the foul, I believe, her second.
First shot, Ward, good. 18 points for Ashley Ward. Now here comes Denny, Adams, Ramsey. Lock it in with 1.7 seconds left. Ward will have one more. Try to make this a 23-point lead at halftime. And she got it.
Twice going to come in for 1.7 seconds. As Ward will come out. What a first half for Ashley Ward.
She's done everything.
What a half.
1.7 seconds. Central Methodist is going to have to go long or go home at halftime. They get it into Shields, and that's about all she can do is dribble it out. And what a half for the Missouri Valley Vikings. Not only do they put 45 points on the board, which might be one of their high water marks, but they hold a good Eagle team to only 22.
And the Eagles average 81 points a game. We'll be back with the scoring and statistics in just a bit. It's all Vikings.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You're bringing your daughter to her favorite pop star's concert. Do you A, wear earplugs?
Isn't this fun, Dad?
I have a soft pretzel.
B, remember the moment with matching concert t-shirts?
That's going to be $180.
Or we can just take a photo.
C, show her how you used to do concerts.
We're going crowd surfing.
I can't. He's too heavy. Oh, my God. Ow.
Or D, just roll with it.
Woo! Justin! Look at us. We're over here.
Justin! OMG! He just looked. I love you, Justin! I love you!
When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers. But that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
People all over the country join AmeriCorps Vista to build their community while they build their career.
AmeriCorps Vista provides a huge network with a lot of different opportunities, so you can find the position that works for you. It's a great opportunity to meet friends. It's a great opportunity to learn job skills.
AmeriCorps Vista members address poverty through economic development, education, youth mentorship, and more.
What motivated me to join AmeriCorps Vista was really just being able to give back to the community which I represent.
We can all kind of work together, work to our strengths, and create this network.
That allows me to be giving back to the community. We are allowing our next generation to be sustained.
Learn how you can build your community and your career at AmeriCorps.gov/Vista. That's AmeriCorps.gov/Vista.
We're back to Grover C. Redford Gymnasium on the campus of Missouri Valley College, and it is all Vikings, at least for now, leading 45-22 at the half. Joe, how about the scoring?
Yeah, Ken, what about Ashley Ward in the first half? 19 points for Ashley, 7 out of 9 from beyond, or 7 out of 9 altogether, 3 out of 3 from beyond the arc, 2 out of 3 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 5 of them offensive. Now, I don't think you can put a much better statistical half together than that. Again, Ward with 19. Also, good half for Petkova. Veronica with 9 points, or 10 points, excuse me. Petkova has 10 points in the first half. She knocked down 3 triples. She was 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. So you've got Ward and Petkova, 6 out of 7 from beyond the arc. Again, Ward with 19, Petkova with 10. 9 points for Deidre McCoy. Deidre knocked down, she also knocked down a three-pointer in the half. 4 points in the half for, let's see, 5 points for Haley Meyer. Haley had a good first half. And then 2 points in the first half, 1 basket, little turnaround jump shot from the free throw line by Tessa Ramsey. So Ward with 19, Petkova 10, McCoy 9, Meyer 5, and Ramsey with 2. For Central Methodist, nobody in double figures for the Eagles. Their leading scorer in the first half with 5 points was Dejanay Hale. She knocked down the first basket of the game, and pretty quiet after that. 4 points off the bench for Amanda Hutchings. Looks like 3 points in the first half for Sophie Thompson. 2 each for Lexi Moe. Moe got into foul trouble with 3 fouls. 2 for Paige Albrecht. 2 also for Allison Hines, as well as Shamira Cockerham and Jenka Stajna. She had 2 also. And then let's see, did anybody have 1? No, I don't think so. That's it. The Vikings, again, we talked about this. They shoot 50%, 17 out of 34. But get this, 8 out of 14 from beyond the arc. And another day at the office from the free throw line, 3 out of 5.
Got 3 out of 5. Rebounds, 19-13, but the Vikings have 8 offensive rebounds and 13 assists, so they're passing the ball around. Points off turnovers, the Vikings lead that category 15-6. Second chance points, that's where those offensive rebounds come into play. 15-2, the Vikings lead that. Points in the paint, 12-6. So it is just a dominant performance by Missouri Valley. Joe, one that Vikings needed and need, but it's not over yet.
No.
You're down, but you're up by 23. Vikings have kind of struggled in the fourth quarter, so let's come out in the third quarter and just continue to do what we're doing right now.
Well, Mike Davis, a veteran coach, a very good coach, had some good years at Columbia College, and really his team won the conference championship last year. So, you know, they're going to make some adjustments at halftime. So like you said, we got to come out and keep up the same intensity. Don't want to let this team back in the game. We got to keep this, 23-point cushion if we can. And again, Vikes have played well, but a very formidable opponent this afternoon. But if we can hold on, though, this would be a big win.
It'll be interesting to see how the Eagles play at start second half. The starters will be back, and we just got to see what goes, because Mike took those guys out about early second quarter.
Yeah.
And,
yeah,
they're not doing anything, so he took them out. And the Vikings keep it up 45-22. Need this win. This is the first of 4 games in a row at home. Monday night, William Penn will be here. Then Avila on Wednesday night, and then Grandview a week from today. So 4 straight home games. Vikings need to make something happen while we're at home here.
You know, I don't know. And you look at these Central Methodist scores. I mean, recently, they hold Avila to 63. They hold Mount Mercy to 68. They hold Graceland to 68. But the last 2 games, Grandview and Clark put 94 and 97 points on the board. Here the Vikings with 45 in the first half. So I'm sure Coach Dave is talking a lot about defense right now.
Well, the Vikings only average 66 points a game, so they're well on the way above that. We'll be back and we'll take a look at the standings. The big game today is in Atchison, Kansas, Baker at Benedictine. We'll take a look at the schedule and the standings in just a moment.
Great party, huh, guys?
Yeah, this is so great.
Fun. I do say so myself. Hey, did you know that birthday parties actually help build confidence in kids?
Yeah, I did know that.
Did you know that giving kids less sugar before bedtime helps them sleep better?
Right, of course.
Yeah, I knew that. Did you know that strollers have the right of way on sidewalks?
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, that's true. Did you know that friendly kids statistically have more friends?
Everyone knows that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Obvious.
Hey, guys, did you know that most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
I didn't know that.
Think I knew that.
No, you didn't.
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right car seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to ditch the car and start rollerblading to work.
I look ridiculous.
You look ridiculous!
You don't need to start foraging wild berries.
I was skeptical, but these are actually pretty good.
You don't need to sell your organs on the black market.
Lie back. This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, that hurts.
You don't need to rent out your apartment to drifters.
I made a fire with the wood in your bedroom.
That's my dresser!
And your closet door.
You just need an internet connection. Don't get left behind. Start your personal savings plan with the tips and tools on feedthepig.org. That way, you don't need to sell all your belongings and live in a commune.
These dungarees belong to all of us now, Tom.
Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
You're not wired to have a response to this sound. You're neutral to it. You hear it every time you finish a meal and never feel anything. But if we were able to associate this sound with a new stimulus, save the food, we've achieved pulling a natural response from you. Save the food. Why are we doing this, you may ask? Save the food. Because this ad is trying to change your after-meal behavior through brainwashing. Because food waste costs the average family $1,500 a year. Save the food, cha-ching, and $1,500 extra bucks is like getting a pay raise. Save the food, cha-ching, you're promoted, which could pay for your child's braces. Save the food, cha-ching, you're promoted.
Check out my braces.
So when you hear this sound, rethink your behavior. Cook it, store it, share it. Just don't waste it. For tips and recipes, visit SaveTheFood.com. Brought to you by NRDC and the Ad Council.
Now let's take a look at the rest of the schedule today. Peru is at Clark, Avila at Mount Mercy, Mid-America at Graceland, Evangel at Grandview, and Culver at William Penn, and then Baker at Benedictine. Well, that's the game for first place. Those two teams are going to be number 1 and 2, there's no doubt. So they're both probably going to, well, they will. They'll both get into the national tournament, unless one of them just completely falls apart, which I doubt if they will. But they're playing for first place and a better seed right now, so the conference championship. So they're playing today, Joe. I have no idea. Baker's won 7, Benedictine 13. I have no idea how that game's going to come out.
No, the first time they played was an overtime game. So, yeah. But, then you got, after that, you've got this Central Methodist team. They're a half game out of third behind Mid-America Nazarene. And you really got those two, Mid-America Central Methodist Clark and William Penn, all battling for that number 3 spot right now.
Yeah, as those two teams are 19 and 2, then Mid-America 14-6, the CMU team 14 and 7, but they've lost 2 in a row. And Clark 12 and 8, then William Penn, Grandview, Evangel, and here's where the Vikings. Here are the teams the Vikings are realistically looking at right now. Mount Mercy 8 and 13, Vikings split with them. Culver 7 and 14, the Vikings split with them. Missouri Valley 6 and 14, and Avila 6 and 15. Peru 5 and 16, Graceland 4 and 17. If there is a tiebreaker, and if you split, then the next tiebreaker is who defeated the highest seed. So this would be a big win for that as well. If the Vikings can knock off CMU, they're currently 4th. That would be big in these tiebreakers because the Vikings would have a win over a higher seeded team. So this is a big ball game. The second half coming up. Let's see if the Vikings can continue it. Both teams are back out on the court, and I see the men's team from CMU is here. The Vikings are ready to go. And we'll see if the Vikings can continue what they started in the first half, which was one impressive performance. We'll be right back.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover guitar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
As we get set for the second half, glad to have you with us on moval.edu. Monday night, again, William Penn will be here. And William Penn just destroyed Mid-America Nazarene. And Joe, I talked to one of the officials who did that game on Wednesday night and said that William Penn team, when they get on a roll, they're pretty good. And there's nothing Mid-America could do about it. They just ran them. And that gym was full in Oskaloosa, and I guess it was quite a performance.
Well, and William Penn leads the conference at 17-3, and they have lost 3 games, but they haven't had a losing streak.
Yeah.
They'll lose a game and then bounce back and win 3 or 4 in a row. So I'm looking forward to seeing their men play. I've heard a lot of good stories about them, and a team that went fairly deep in the national tournament last year. They've got a lot back, so we'll see what they have. Again, they come here Monday night, and then Avila comes here next Wednesday, and then Grandview comes here next Saturday. This is a 4-game homestand for the men and women Vikings.
Broadcast copyright by the Mass Communications Department of the Communications, Humanities, and Human Service Division, Missouri Valley College, for the private use of our audience. Any retransmission or the use of the content without the express written consent of Missouri Valley is prohibited. Big thanks to Marshall Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram for providing transportation when we're on the road. Here we go. CMU with the ball, and they turn it over to start the second half. Another CMU turnover, and the gal of the day, Ashley Ward, picks up the loose ball. Here's Meyer, top of the key. Holds it high above her head. Puts it on the floor, gives it off to McCoy. Dede underneath Petkova, spins, baseline, short jumper won't go. Hale with the rebound. Here come the Eagles, trying to cut into a 22-point deficit, 23-point deficit. Baseline, jump shot on the way, and this one won't go. Rebound, Hale, but Petkova hits the deck, and let's see who they're going to call the foul on.
Shin Stiajna crashed pretty good right in the middle of that lane.
Stiajna
They called on Veronica, I think.
Wow. Okay, so Veronica get called for the foul. They both hit the deck. That's her first. Hale will inbound. They give it out front. Now work it to Hale. Hale head and shoulder fake. Drives down the middle with the left hand. Lays it in, and that's the first basket of the second half. She has 7.
Do not want to let her get untracked. She or Mo, we need to keep them quiet.
Petkova with a basketball right in front of the Viking bench. Round a screen by McCoy. Takes it right side. Looks for Ward. Not there now. Ashley comes and gets the ball. Ball tipped away, but I think they're going to call a foul on Anna Borges.
Yeah, Borges kind of reached around that time. Kind of has a sheepish look on her face, but I think she got a little bit of the back of the Vikings.
So Valley will inbound underneath. Ivanova will do that. We're just underway in the second half. Ivanova into Petkova. Petkova baseline to Ward. Didi tries to wrap around pass, loses it. It's picked up by Shiana. And here comes Borges and the Eagles, and they've scored the first 4 of the second half. It's 45-26.
Don't want to let them get on a run here.
Good pressure by Jerica Nelson in the backcourt on Ivanova. Ivanova gets it across that 10-second line. Now taken away by Hale. Here comes Hale. Drives in left side. 6 straight points by the Eagles to start the second half. It's 45-28. Didi Ward into the forecourt. Man-to-man defense by the Eagles. Vikings have yet to score in the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Bounce pass into Ward. Ashley splits the double team and is fouled. Wow. It was either Hale or Shiana who got her. And they called on Shiana. No, let's see.
Called on Hale, I think.
Hale, I think. Yep. Yeah, they called Hale.
That's her second. Ooh, I thought that was a shot. I thought Ashley was trying to go up. Too. They say it's a non-shooting foul.
Johnny Hale with the foul. Here's Petkova. Gets it into Didi. She tries to split a double team. Can't do it. Petkova, free throw line, 15-footer good. Vikings needed that bucket to stop that 6-0 run. Now here come the Eagles, and there's a travel. Another turnover as Anna Borges traveled with it. Good thing we're courtside because we could not see those numbers at all. I just got a text from upstairs on the broadcast team. Chaz Maddie says, cannot see one number.
No, you can't. I mean, there's dark green shirt. I better not be calling out the colors after I called our jerseys blue the other night.
Oh, here's a travel. It's Ward. It's a dark green. Well, it's black on black with just a very light green trim.
Yeah.
Hard to see. They're not broadcast numbers, I'll guarantee
you. No, they're not.
That.
They're not.
Here's Borges, 47-28. Vikings up by 19. 7:28 to go. Borges drives on Meyer, misses the shot. Rebound McCoy. Didi with the rebound. Works against Borges into the forecourt. Leaves it off for Ward, who gives it off to Ivanova in front of the Viking bench. Brings it back to the top of the key. Drives right side all the way. Cut off there. Kicks it back out to Haley Meyer. Meyer top of the key. Bounce pass underneath to Ivanova, and she's going to be fouled by Nelson. That's already the third or fourth foul on CMU.
It looks like the Eagles, though, a lot more intensity on the defensive end this half.
Yeah, they came out not much intensity, and once they got behind, it was nothing there. But they're playing, you're right, a little harder here to start the third quarter. 47-28, a 19-point lead. Ivanova will inbound, gets it into Meyer, top of the key. Haley's hit a couple big shots. She turns, fires another three, won't go. Lexi Moe, 2 points and 3 fouls with a rebound. Here's Hale, takes it left side all the way, puts up the shot. It was blocked, and a foul is going to be called on Meyer, and that'll put Hale to the free throw line.
Yeah, Dejanay Hale starting to penetrate quite a bit, so somebody's got to get back and cut her off. She's the gal that could single-handedly bring the Eagles back.
Foul is on Haley Meyer. She didn't think so, but here's the free throw. No good by Hale.
Hale with 9 points in the game. She averages 19.
She'll have another one. And gets the second one. So she now is in double figures with 10. 47-29. Pass underneath, and McCoy is fouled, so Vikings quickly get the ball down court.
You know, and I tell you, Ken, the last 2 or 3 games, I think you really see Deidre McCoy and Ashley Ward stepping up their offensive game.
Yep, those two need to do it. Hit the foul is on Hale, her third. And the free throw good by McCoy.
You might mention, had her streak of free throws snapped at what, 30, 38, 37?
37, I think.
Yeah, 37 the other night.
Missed 2, and now she hit a few more. She's hit her only one she shot here, and now, misses another one.
Jinxed her.
All right, here comes Hale, 48-29. Vikings still with a very comfortable lead. Hale out front to Borges. Is swinging around to the left side. Try to get it inside to Mo. Nice give and go, and Mo's first field goal. It's 48-31, 6:29 to go.
That's the same Lexi Mo that I think scored 32 against us in Fayette before Christmas.
She has 4 now. Ivanova double teamed, in trouble in front of the Viking bench. Gets it out to Meyer at the top of the key. Meyer working that right side, takes it all the way off the glass, rolls off, no good. Rebound Mo. It's a 17-point game. Nelson, skip pass. Hale for 3, got it. Here they come. Hale buries the triple. It's 48-34. That lead is down to 14. Petkova still in backcourt to Ivanova.
We need a basket badly here.
Ivanova drives the left side. Nelson knocks it away from her, but fouled her. Nelson picks up her second foul.
That's the 5th foul on Central Methodist, so that's going to put Dasha Ivanova on the line for 2 shots here. We've still got almost 6 minutes left to play in this quarter.
Let's see if Ivanova can knock these down. You're right, the Vikings need a bucket here. The Vikings are a very good free throw shooting team. Lead the conference, 76%.
Come on, Dasha.
Ivanova gets the first one. She's a 79% free throw shooter.
That ball could not have bounced any more times than it did before falling in.
That's her first point. And that one,
there we go. There we go.
That one right in. So it's 50-34, 16-point game. 5:45 to go. Nice pass underneath. Petkova almost took it away. They tried to get it inside to Shiana. And Petkova took it away, but the heel, looks like the heel maybe on the right foot was on the end line.
Yeah, they took it away from Stiajna underneath. Nice defensive play, but just ran out of real estate.
They're going to reset the shot clock. They're going to say that...
reset whatever you want. Just don't come over and look at the monitor.
Said that I guess they're not going to reset the shot clock. Leave it at 24. Hale inbounds to Mo. 50-34. 5:38 to go. Out front to Borges. Borges will back it away. Set up the play. 13 on that shot clock. Borges still dribbling the basketball. Drives left side, and she's going to be fouled if it's on Meyer. Let's see.
I think that's 4 on the Vikings, so both teams piling the fouls up here in this third quarter as Lindsey Denny gets set to check in, and that's 2 fouls on Haley.
50-34, 5:26 to go. They're going to say that was a shooting foul, so at the line will be Borges.
No, she was thinking about shooting.
Yep. And she knocks the first free throw down. Lindsey Denny will check in. Meyer's going to come out now. 5:26 left.
Haley out of Moscow Mill. You ever been to Moscow Mills, Missouri?
Troy,
where is that?
Right
is that up
Troy.
north? Huh?
Right around
Troy?
Troy.
Okay.
Just north of...
I was thinking it's probably down south, but it's north.
Up around Warrenton.
The Stiajna that time. That's going to be a 2-shot foul in favor of the Vikings.
Borgia misses, and a foul is going to be called. Shiana. And Yanka picks up her 3rd foul, I believe.
That should have been. I guess that's not a shooting foul. It should be.
Yeah,
that should be a shooting foul. That's a 16 foul. Yeah, here we come. Now they're going to shoot.
Well, Shiana picked up that foul. 50-35, a 15-point game. Petkova at the free throw line. She's 1 out of 2.
Need a couple here.
Get that lead built back up. First one by Petkova, good. And back into the contest for the Eagles is Cockerham.
Good offensive game for Petkova. She's got 13, a chance to get her 14th right here.
Shamira Cockerham checks in. Next free throw, missed it, and the rebound pulled down by the Eagles. So here they come. Mo had the rebound. Hale quickly to the right side. Out front to Borges. Down to Nelson. Nelson round the screen. There's the give and go, but this time Petkova steps in the way of Mo and takes it away. Here comes Veronica on the run. Baseline Ivanova. Ivanova throws it away, threw it right to Cockerham. Cockerham quickly to Nelson, drives all the way to the basket. High arching layup off the glass is good. Her first bucket. The lead is 14.
Don't want to let them get within single digits
I
here.
agree. Still 4:52 to go. It was a 23-point lead at the break. Petkova now to Didi McCoy. McCoy back to Petkova. Looks underneath for Ward, who really hasn't touched the ball at all this quarter.
They kind of know who she is right now, I think.
Out front, Petkova for three. Got it.
Oh, wow.
She's having a huge game, and the Vikings are shooting the three as well as they've shot it all year. 54-37.
That's 8 threes for the Vikings in the game, Ken.
Hale to Borges. Now to Nelson. Fakes the three. Drives left side. Kicks it back to Mo. Mo down the middle. Into the corner. They'll fire a three. This one's off no good. Rebound to Petkova on that miss by Borges. 4:10 to go. The Vikings have built the lead back to 17. Didi McCoy. Right side. Back out front to Ivanova. Ivanova around the screen. Right in front of the Viking bench, back to McCoy. McCoy leaves it for Denny. Denny drives right side, kicks in the corner. Petkova, that one partially blocked. Hale comes away with it. Quickly ahead to Nelson. Nelson underneath, nice pass, shot off the glass and good. And that was Cockerham with the bucket, a nice pass by Nelson, 54-39.
Come on, ladies, keep the pedal to the metal.
Ivanova, top of the key. 3:33 to go. Backdoor cut by Ward. Layup good. That's
What
the
a
first
nice
bucket
catch.
of this quarter, I believe, and it was a big one. 56-39.
21 points for Ashley Ward.
Now Hale. She'll get to the free throw line. Put it up inside the lane. It's short. Rebound comes down to Didi McCoy. And the Vikings up by 17 with the ball and 3:12 to go. Off to Petkova. Petkova holds it. Now inside to Ward. Turns right side on Hale. Ooh, good move and couldn't finish. Just couldn't knock the shot down. Now here come the Eagles the other way. Lexi Moe lost the dribble. Picks it back up. Inside to Borges. Her turnaround. No good. May have been partially blocked, or at least the shot was altered by McCoy. Didi gets it. Up to Ivanova. Ivanova to Lindsay Denny. 15-footer from the free throw line won't go. And the rebound is pulled down by Mo. Petkova knocked it away, but Mo gets it back. Now Hale into the forecourt. 2:30 to go.
Well, Cockerham and Lindsay Denny really going at it on that low block there.
Here's Nelson for three, and it's good. She was left open. Jerica Nelson. It's back to a 14-point game. 2:17 to go in the quarter. Here's Ivanova around the screen. Takes it left side. Through a double team. Dribbles it out of traffic off to Ward. 2:08 to go. Ivanova holds on the left side. Brings it back to the middle. Now stops. Fires from just inside the three-point line. It won't go. Hale with a rebound. They double team her in backcourt. She's in trouble and gets it to Nelson. Now ahead to Mo. It's 3-on-1. Here comes Mo. Baseline underneath. Borges layup good. It's a 12-point game. Once they beat that pressure, Joe, they had a 3-on-1 break.
Yeah, they did. Now they call a foul, I believe, on Borges, and that should put Didi McCoy on the line, I believe, for 2.
Borges picks up her second foul, tried to take it away in the backcourt. A minute 40 to go, but it's down to a 12-point game.
Yeah, boy, that was a night. I mean, the Vikes almost, they had to be close to having a 10 count in the backcourt on Central, but Mo got it across, and once she did, like you said, they had a 3-on-1 break. Looks like Cockerham maybe got an elbow in the head or something. She's holding the side of her head right now.
56-44. A minute 40 to go.
She's going to come out, and Jasna is going to come back in, I believe.
Didi will be at the free throw line. And let's see. Tessa Ramsey, Adams, Boyd Lockett, and Meyer all checking in for the Vikings. With a minute 40 to go, these next few possessions are going to be pretty important.
Yeah, still a lot of time left in this game, and the Vikings led it by 23 at halftime.
At half. Valley just 11 points to this part of the quarter. They've been outscored 22 to 11 here in the third quarter. Yeah, Didi can change that right here.
Come on, Didi.
First
There we
one
go.
good.
There we go.
Then she's in double figures.
Need 2 out of 3 from the line. Let's make it 3 out of 4.
McCoy will have another one here. And puts them both in. Now she'll get a break. 58-44, 14-point lead. CMU with the basketball. They have not made many substitutions here in this second half. Of course, these gals didn't play much in the first half, the starting unit. Hale's out of the game right now. Moe in the corner. Bounce pass underneath. Shiani, little jump hook, won't go. Boyd Lockett tips it to Ramsey, who hands it back to Boyd Lockett. The Vikings have a 14-point lead in the ball. Minute 22 left. Boyd Lockett working that right side in front of the Viking men players who are out sitting and watching. Now they give it to Ramsey. Tessa takes it inside, off to Ward. Kick it back out to Boyd Lockett, around to Meyer. She's open. High arching shot won't go. And the rebound, Moe.
Wow.
A minute to go.
Good look for Haley Meyer. Just rolled around the rim and came out.
CMU trying to get this thing back to within 12 or 11 on this possession. 58-44. Here's Nelson with a left-handed dribble, cut off by Adams. Bounce pass underneath to Moe, and she's fouled by Boyd Lockett. And probably a good thing they called that foul, because when Moe turned, she had a wide open lane to the basket.
Yeah, Lockett giving away quite a bit of a height advantage there, trying to get position to knock that ball away. And that's the 4th team foul on the Vikings. We're down under a minute here in this quarter.
Michelle Higa will check in now, and Ashley Ward is out. 58-44, fresh 30 on that clock after the foul. They get it into Moe, and she turns, goes to the basket, and is going to be fouled.
Coach Mike Davis, they called a block. They called that block by Alexis Boyd Lockett. Coach Mike Davis is pleading his case, but they say Lockett got all ball, and nice play by Alexis Boyd that time.
So, once again, the Eagles will trigger it in underneath, down by 14. Give it out to Moe. Here comes Moe down the middle. She'll try it again. This shot no good. Now they do call the block. And this one's on Boyd Lockett. So
well, I think maybe Coach Davis' lobbying efforts on the previous call helped out with that one.
Didn't get the last one. He got this one.
Now,
37 seconds to go.
Now Coach Tim Dixon. Now Tim's gonna get his 3 cents in.
Moe hits the free throw. 5 points for her.
Allison Hines comes back into the, they're getting ready to come into the Central Methodist lineup.
And this could be a 12-point game. They'd cut that halftime deficit in half if she can make this free throw. She does not, but a fight for the offensive rebound, and Shiata can't keep it in place. She had her hands on it momentarily. 58-45. Said Allison Hines back in. Full court pressure put on by the Eagles here as Boyd Lockett to trigger it in, fires a pass ahead to Ramsey, who gets it to Adams. 33 seconds to go now to Higa. Back to Adams. Adams, they trap her. Back to Higa. Higa, long pass into the corner to Meyer. Back to Higa. 17 on the shot clock, 20 on the game clock. As Adams off to Meyer. Haley fires. It won't go. And the Eagles are going to get the last shot of the half, I think. Here's Nelson with 8 seconds to go. Nelson takes it all the way left side, lay up good. It's 58-47, and that's the end of the third quarter. And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game.
Yeah.
Petkova, Ward, Ivanova, McCoy all coming back in to start the fourth quarter. Well, give the Eagles credit. They were down 45-22, but they had a big quarter there as they outscored the Vikings 25-13.
And I think what they did, they really did a job on Ashley Ward.
Yes.
Ashley had 19 points in the first half, and they held her to one lone bucket there in that quarter. So I think they've made some adjustments on defense. So Mike's going to have to do the same thing. This game a long way from over.
And this start of the fourth quarter is going to be huge to see what happens here as the Vikings had that big lead. And really, probably, Joe, nothing the Vikings did wrong. It's just more adjustments by CMU. As you said, they stopped Ashley Ward.
Yeah, they did that quarter. Yeah. And I think Central Methodist upped their intensity level quite a bit. Looked to me like that third quarter they played pretty well. Vikes have had a good game though. We got to finish this thing off here. It's one of their best efforts of the year so far. Let's see if we can get it done.
And forget the fourth quarter woes, because the Vikings, just the statistic you don't like to look at. They've been outscored the fourth quarter this year, 430 to 378. So let's change that today. On the other hand, CMU outscores their opponents by about 40 points in the fourth quarter.
I watched Ashley Ward a minute ago. One of Ashley's good plays is that pick and roll. She'll set a pick and roll off. She tried that a minute ago, and two different Eagles switched over and picked her up after she rolled. So
they know who number 2 is.
Yeah, they know who
out
she
there.
is. Yeah.
All right. One game in today, Clark beat Peru State 82-65. Here's Ashley baseline to start the fourth quarter. Kicks it back out to McCoy for a three. It's good, and that's a huge bucket by Dee McCoy.
That's Dee Dee's second triple of the game.
61-47. Now the Eagles. Hale quickly down court.
15 points for McCoy.
Gives it around to Nelson. Nelson back to Mo. Mo gets Meyer off her feet. Takes it in the lane. Kicks it back in the corner to Nelson. Back to Hale. Good looking three on the way. Off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound. Dee McCoy. So the Vikings get the first bucket and a miss by CMU to start the fourth quarter. Off to Petkova. Petkova working that left side. Back out front to Ivanova. Ivanova around the screen by Meyer. Takes it strong to the basket. Goes all the way under. Back out to Dee. Another three on the way. Good again.
Hey, yes. Yes.
Well, the junior from Arkansas saying not today. 64-47. The Vikings back up by 17.
Again, I believe that's 10 threes for the Vikings on the day.
They have been outstanding from beyond the arc in this game today. The Eagles with the basketball. Here comes Borges. And now an offensive foul as she runs right over the top of McCoy. McCoy with 2 buckets and now draws a charge.
Yeah, and those 2 buckets are huge by Dee. I mean, all of a sudden, an 11-point game is a 17-point game.
Vikings are 10 out of 21 from 3, 47%, 48%. You can't do much better than that.
No, that's decent.
Now the Eagles go to work defensively. Vikings lead back to 17. It was down to 11. Petkova, top of the key, holds it. They can take a little time here. Working underneath, tried to get it to Ward. And again, there's that double team.
Yep.
And this one knocked away by Borges. They're not going to let her have the ball down low.
We'll just let Dee keep shooting threes.
Nelson will take it baseline. Kick it out to Borges. Back out to Hale. Hale will launch a three. This one's good. Boy, she can shoot.
Yep.
Dejanay Hale.
That's her third triple of the game.
14-point game with 7:58 to go. Dee McCoy gives it to Ivanova, top of the key. Now to Petkova. Petkova holds it. She's going to drive. Take it baseline to Ivanova. 7:46 to go. Back to Meyer on the baseline. Her little jump shot from there won't go. And the rebound pulled down by Mo. Lexi breaks the double team. Here she comes right down the middle all the way. Kicks it off to Hill. Fakes the three. Now back step. Fires a three. That's the same place she hit the game winner from last year. This one's no good.
Maybe the worm has turned.
Now back it comes to McCoy. McCoy will take her time. 7:20 to go. Off it comes to Haley Meyer. Lob it down low to Ward, and a foul is going to be called on Hale. That's her fourth, isn't it?
I believe I've got her 4 now. She and Mo has 3. She has 4.
Again, one score in today, and Clark beat Peru 82-65.
Yeah, Clark women's team is playing pretty well right now.
Vikings get it into Haley Meyer. Fires a pass toward us. Thank you, Miss Petkova, for taking care of that one.
I was in position to catch and shoot.
Good. Petkova fakes the shot. Top of the key. Dee for another three. This one too hard. Rebound, however, comes right back to her as Ivanova able to slap it out of the lane, and now a foul is going to be called.
That's going to be 4 on Borges, I think.
Yep. So she's in foul trouble.
She says, she tripped her. I know she didn't mean to. But her foot brought Dee to the ground. As in, sometimes that maybe doesn't sound fair, but that's the way it is.
That's just the way the game works. Vikings get it into Ward. Ward with the left hand, lays it in. Another big game for Ashley Ward, the lead back to 16.
23 for AW right now.
Here's Borges underneath, loses the ball as she tried to get it into Shiana. And now Adams will check in, and Lindsay Denny will come in. 6:43 to go. Ward's
Ivanova
will come out.
Somebody else has to come out. Now Ashley's
Ward
coming out.
come out. Looks pretty tired. He's played
Thought
hard.
we were gonna go with 6 on the floor there for a minute.
Well, I wouldn't mind it. Hale will inbound. She's in there with 4 fouls. Nelson, guarded by Petkova. Here's Borges off to Hale. Fires from the baseline. Hits another 3. Boy, she can shoot. And they just won't go away. It's 66-53. 6:36 to go. Timeout taken by Mike Davis as the Vikings trying to hang on, and the Eagles trying to claw their way back into this thing.
Yeah, and Vikes have come out of the gate pretty well here in the fourth quarter. Looked pretty good so far. We don't want to keep this a double. If we keep it a double-digit game, we just keep breathing, keep doing our thing. You get down in single digits, and you think, oh, what are we going to do not to lose?
Yep. And Dee Dee McCoy with 2 big threes, and Ashley Ward has come back with a couple of baskets as well late in this fourth quarter. Vikings up 66-53. A win would give them a 7-14 mark. Culver today is at William Penn, so you would think William Penn would win that game. You would think, and if that would be the case, the Vikings hold on, then they would be tied with Culver. So that's a big game, and then you'd look ahead to Mount Mercy. They're at home against Avalon. So we'll just wait for those scores to come in. All right, the Eagles break their huddle. Vikings do the same with McCoy, Adams, Lindsay Denny, Petkova, and Meyer on the floor.
I'll tell you, how about Clark, though? Clark goes on the road into Central Methodist on Wednesday night. The women win convincingly. The men lose by 2, but to make that long trip and battle 2 pretty good teams that close on the road, that's a pretty good trip for them.
Here's Petkova to inbound it against full court pressure. Gets it into McCoy. Dee Dee in the corner. Wants everybody to clear out, and she'll bring the ball up. Now she's double-teamed, fires it ahead to Lindsay Denny, gets it down to Petkova. Petkova did not like the numbers inside, backs away, now fires up a shot, won't go. Rebounds her own miss underneath, gives it off to Lindsay Denny and lays it in. Petkova took the shot, raced right after it, got the miss, gave it to Denny for the deuce. 78-53 now. Hale tries a 3, won't go, and Hale, is she able to knock it off of Denny? No.
Nope. That's a big offensive rebound by Veronica Petkova. Veronica missed that baseline jumper, but hustled in, got the rebound, and found Lindsay Denny wide open underneath.
6:08 to go. Vikings up by 15 with the ball. Here's Sierra Adams. Gives it off now to Meyer. Meyer fires it all the way baseline to McCoy. She's bumped, goes to the floor, and a timeout is called. And boy, she may have hurt her back. She's just bruised and beaten. It's a long season for her. She's on the floor all the time. But she's holding her lower back. She may be hurt a little bit.
You know who she reminds me of right now? Rocky Balboa in that boxing match against that big Russian. You remember that?
Just keep getting up.
Just got beat every way, but every way imaginable, but kept getting up and won the fight.
Yeah, and she is down, and now I think the trainers are coming out to look at her. It looks like Ashley Ward's going to come back into the contest here. Men's game about 20 minutes after this one, so that should be, as always, an exciting game as well. Let's see, Dee Dee going to stay out there? No, she's going to come out.
Yeah, she looks like she's in a lot of pain. Looks like lower back.
Said she's all right. But all right, Adams will inbound it.
She told me she's okay.
All right, Adams will inbound it. And gets it into Petkova. Petkova to Lindsay Denny. Denny top of the key to Ashley. Ashley back to Petkova for 3. Nope, not this time. Hale with a rebound.
And Petkova hustled after that rebound again. Just didn't quite get there.
4 on 2. Hale in the lane. Little teardrop's good. Oh, she can score. 68-55. Back to 13.
I got Hale with 21 right now.
She has had a big big second half.
Look out here. Look out.
Petkova is trapped in trouble. Gets it off to Meyer. Now underneath the Ward. That's where you want the ball. Lays it in. 70-55. 15-point game. 5:13 to go. Hale down the right side. Stops. Fires. This one's good. It's a 2. And she is really taking over now. 70-57. But Joe, if we keep scoring, she can't beat us.
She got 18 points in the second half. And we still got 5 minutes left to play.
Lindsay Denny takes it in strong, puts up a tough shot, won't go, rebounds her own miss. Skips it out to Petkova, 4:48 to go. Now Adams. Round to Petkova, off to Meyer. Meyer gives it to Ward. Ward drives left side. That shot is blocked.
Ooh, a lot of
Nelson.
contact there. A lot of contact.
Nelson the other way. She gets in the lane, gives it off to Moe underneath, head and shoulder fake, missed it. Offensive rebound, foul on Petkova as Shiana got the rebound and was fouled.
Yeah, lucky that wasn't a basket. They got 2 point-blank looks that time, one by Moe and one by Shiana. And guess who's coming back in? Deidre McCoy. Rocky comes back back into the ring.
Sierra Adams leaves. So the Eagles have it.
I thought they were going to call that a shooting foul, but I guess they didn't.
Borges will inbound it, gets it into Hale. Hale top of the key, working against Ward. One-on-one, loses the dribble, picks it back up. Now Nelson, she's going to go to the basket. Go baseline, here's a shot up, rolling around, no good. And the rebound comes away to McCoy. 4:13 to go. Valley up by 13 with the ball. And Didi will slow things down between the rings here. Works to the right side. Going to take it all the way to the basket. Missed it. And a rebound, Petkova.
Good hustle, Veronica.
She gets it off to Ward. Back it comes to Didi. Didi traveled as she tried to go baseline.
Boy, how about Veronica Petkova on the offensive boards? I'm not sure how many she's got, but she's been all over that offensive glass.
She has several rebounds. They have her with, we'll check that out here. Looks like 8 rebounds. And most of those, I think, of the variety. And here's the offensive variety. Here's Nelson driving left side.
Well, she's giving this team a lift in the second half.
It's just an 11-point game, 3:39 to go. Again, if the Vikings continue to score, you'll be all right. But now keep the offense going here. Here's Didi, goes baseline, takes it all the way, has that one blocked by Moe. Here comes Moe, working it up, 1-on-4.
Oh,
throws the pass away to Borges. Boy, did she make a mistake there. She tried to pass to Borges, and that was too hot to handle.
That's Nolan Ryan fastball right there.
70-59.
Moe's a very good player. She's had a frustrating day.
Coach Dixon saying, be patient, and that's good advice right now with 3:22 to go, up by 11. Into Ivanova. Petkova with it. Give this Eagle team, they were credit. They were down by 23 at the break, and they have come roaring back. Ivanova goes baseline to McCoy. McCoy underneath the Ward. Nice pass, nice assist to Ward with a bucket.
Great pass, McCoy.
72-59, 3:05 to go. The Vikings, I believe, are well in double digits in assists in this game. They're like 22 assists, and boy, that's good when you have that much help.
This is unofficial, but I've got Ashley Ward with 27 points right now.
Yeah, I think with that bucket, she does have 27. McCoy has 18, and Petkova 16. So the big three scoring most.
They're doing what they're being paid to do. I don't know. I shouldn't say that.
No, you probably shouldn't say that.
Figure of speech.
You probably shouldn't say that. Someone say, I knew though they were paying their players.
Folks, that's just a figure of speech.
72-59, 3:05 to go. Vikings with the lead, trying to get their 7th conference win. Men's game about 20 minutes after this one.
Again, this could be, boy, if the Vikes can hang on here for another 3 minutes, this would be the biggest win this program's had in a long time.
Yeah, it'd be a big one for them today. There's, again, just the one score in as far as the women. That was Clark over Peru. Vikings need some wins if they're going to make the tournament. Remember, 7 plays 10, 8 plays 9. Those games will be 2 weeks from Monday.
And again, we're back here, Monday night?
Monday night.
William Penn, Wednesday night Avila, Saturday afternoon Grandview.
Yep.
And boy, 2 weeks from today, the regular season comes to a close.
We'll be at William Penn. Anxious to see that club. Here comes Hale. Quickly into the forecourt. Behind the back with the dribble. In the lane. 12-footer off the front of the rim. No good. Ward with the rebound. That was a big miss with 3 minutes to go. Ivanova into the forecourt. Over the top to Petkova, who's had a very nice game. Petkova working right side. Has the ball tipped away. Still has it. To try to force a pass inside. And the foul is going to be called. Tried to get it to Ward. And the foul is on Nelson, her third. Couple more trips up and down the floor, positive trips, and the Vikings can almost put this one in the score in the win column, but still need a few things to happen. Ivanova, Petkova in front of the Viking bench, double team. Back to Ivanova. 20 on the shot clock. Gives it back to Petkova. Double team, Petkova. Goes baseline to Ivanova. Loses it and double dribble.
Yeah, Dasha tried to do a little too much right there. 2:24 left, though. The Vikes ate up some valuable time on that possession.
All right, here come the Eagles. Nelson top of the key. Off to Borges. Borges looks back door and throws it away, trying to get it to Mo. And again, those two combined for a couple of big turnovers late in this fourth quarter. Now Tessa Ramsey will come in. Mom and Dad and sister here to watch her. But she's going to replace Meyer. 2:15 to go.
And I think Coach Tim Dixon's done a good job of substituting people here today.
Keeping fresh people into the contest. And they get it to Ivanova, ahead to Petkova, make that press. Now we're down to the 2-minute mark. Vikings looking good now.
This could be a confidence builder for the team, too.
Here is an outside shot by Didi, no good. Petkova, offensive rebound, can't score it, but the long rebound out to Ward. The Vikings now will take more time off the clock.
Run the clock. Boy, Petkova, what a job on the offensive glass for her.
Here comes Ward through traffic, all the way to the basket. Can't climb over the lip of the rim, but offensive rebound. Petkova back up and in. Oh, what a game she has had. 74-59, that might just have about done it.
18 for Veronica.
Here's Hale, long three. This one won't go. Rebound and a foul on Ramsey. But that's only the second foul.
Yeah.
Albrecht was fouled, only the second foul, so they'll have to inbound, and that clock will start moving again.
You know, and it'd be hard to pick an MVP. Ward's had the points, but boy, Petkova has been all over the place today.
I think probably Petkova today.
She's played well. And has had McCoy as normal.
Yep. In it comes to Borges. Don't foul, just let that clock move. Here's Borges. Tries to spin inside, back to Nelson. Cut off by Ramsey. She'll go left side, scores.
Well,
she's had a nice second half.
Great second half. She got 11 points in the second half.
Still a 13-point game, however, and the clock is down to 1:08, so the Eagles running out of time. Here to get it to McCoy. Off to Ramsey. Ramsey, knowing the clock is the Vikings' ally, gives it back to Ivanova. 17 on the shot clock, down to McCoy. It'll be a big win for Missouri Valley. Here is Petkova around Hale and scores.
That's an exclamation point there.
The Vikes are going to win this one and go to 7-14 in league play to start a nice 4-game homestand. Borges inside, throws it away. No, this one was tipped by Ramsey.
You know, Ken, I think one difference, the Vikes have made some good decisions here in the fourth quarter as far as running clock, not trying to force the issue. Yeah, they've made good choices in taking care of their lead.
40.5 seconds to go. We'll visit with the coach and then get you ready for the men's game. Hale will inbound, but this will be the third straight loss for the Eagles. 2 of them at home. Ivanova with a steal. She has the layup on Nelson. Good.
Got it. Good play.
Ivanova with the steal to the bucket. The Vikings are going to get a win. Nelson the other way with 31 seconds to go. Tim Dixon's wife still has not seen him lose as the Viking coach. Into Mo. Her short jumper good. And Coach Dixon wants to use a timeout. 78-63, 24.9. Vikings should be in good shape, but Coach Dixon not taking anything for granted here. Well, those Vikings are tired. Those gals have
played hard.
They have worked today.
They say as a coach, leave it all out on the court, and that's exactly what they've done today.
Now Boyd Lockett and Adams will both check in. 78-63. So the Viking women will go to 7-14. CMU with their third straight loss will fall to 14-8. Again, we'll wait the results of that Baker-Benedictine game and see what Mid-America's doing today. William Penn 12-8. Grandview 10-11. But this is a big one for Valley. And if Culver would happen to lose, they would be in a tie then for the 10th spot. 78-63. Third straight loss coming for CMU. Deja Hale had a big game. Johnny Hale, she had a big game, what, 23? I think they had her 23 points. 25, it looks like. They have her with 25. The official score. Nonetheless, the Vikings are going to get a win.
Yeah, Vikes running clock. That's what they need to do, down to 16.
Shot clock is off, and I don't think Mike's going to have them foul, so kick it back out. Off to Petkova. The Vikings are going to get the win. 78, and they hold a team that scores 80 points a game to 63. 78 to 63, a big win for Missouri Valley.
Very impressive win all the way around, both offensively and defensively. A lot of hustle by these Vikings today.
We'll go over the scoring and talk to the coach in just
It
a
may
minute.
be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to ditch the car and start rollerblading to work.
I look ridiculous.
You look ridiculous!
You don't need to start foraging wild berries.
I was skeptical, but these are actually pretty good.
You don't need to sell your organs on the black market.
Lie back. This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, that hurts.
You don't need to rent out your apartment to drifters.
I made a fire with the wood in your bedroom.
That's my dresser!
And your closet door.
You just need an internet connection. Don't get left behind. Start your personal savings plan with the tips and tools on feedthepig.org. That way, you don't need to sell all your belongings and live in a commune.
These dungarees belong to all of us now, Tom.
Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
We are back, and Tim Dixon joins us. And, Coach, when you shoot 44% from beyond the arc, and for the game, you shot, it looks like, 44%. And I'll tell you what, played with the intensity you did today, going to get a lot of wins.
Yeah, you know, again, it's just kind of how we've been following the last 5 games. We've been up at half against ranked teams. And, you know, today we had our little spurt in the third quarter where we kind of struggled to score, let them kind of get back in it. But, you know, the kids played hard. We shot really well. We've been working on our shooting all week, and so I think it's kind of paying off. And we needed this. I mean, you know, all along we kind of told them that, you know, wins will come, and usually sometimes the last thing in the process of getting a program on track or keeping it on track, I guess, is the wins are probably the last thing to come in that sort of thing. So we've just been preaching doing what you're supposed to do it right, do the little things, cheer for your teammates, be a team player, take the shots you're supposed to, share the ball. We did that today. We shot 44%. I mean, I'm really proud of the kids. And, hey, we haven't been a ranked team in a couple of years now, so I'm really happy about that.
And, you know, it's a big win because when you start looking at position in the playoff, one of the tiebreakers is who beat a team with a higher seed. And right now, CMU is 4th. So that's a big win for that reason as well.
Yeah, I mean, it'll help us definitely, you know, maybe sneak into that last playoff spot. But I'm really happy for the kids. They shot lights out. Ashley Ward at 27. I mean, she's coming on, and she's realizing she doesn't have many games left, so she's just playing super hard. And I'm super proud of everybody. I mean, it's not many kids played today, and we just kind of wrote out our 6 or 7 kids. And, you know, I love them to death, and I love the team for supporting them. And again, it's all about winning, and I think they're happy about that.
How about Petkova? Let's talk about her for a moment. My goodness, the hustle she gave you with second chance points, getting offensive rebounds.
She did a great job. I mean, she does that all year, and you know, sometimes the stats don't show up for her, but you know, when we recruited her, she only played 2 minutes a game in her JUCO, but I saw just the talent in her that she could do in our league with us in this offense. And you know, some games she has great, you know, points like tonight where she had 20, and you know, against Benedictine she only had 3. So you know, she's just learning, and she just hasn't played, and she's getting games under her belt. The more she does that, the more she'll feel comfortable, and
we'll hopefully get some wins with her, as she matures over the next year. So I'm really happy about her.
Coach, can't let your wife go home now. She's never seen you lose here.
No, I know. I'm really excited and glad she's here. And I don't know what to say. I'm stoked. I mean, again, this is big for us. Like I say, we haven't won against a nationally ranked team in 2 years, so this is very, very important for us.
All right, Coach, good win.
Thanks,
we'll see
guys.
you Monday. Here we go.
It. Thanks.
3 more.
Yep,
so.
see if we can get William Penn next. They're ranked too, so
hopefully
we'll continue. Thanks.
So the Vikings 7-14 after a 78-63 win here. Let's go over the scoring quickly, and then we'll take a break and get you ready for the men's game. Joe, how about the scoring of this one?
Well, the big three really stepped it up for the Vikings. 27 for Ashley Ward, 20 for Veronica Petkova, double-double for her. She also had 10 rebounds, 18 for Deidre McCoy, 5 of the game for Haley Meyer, 4 for Dasha Ivanova, then 2 each for Lindsay Denny and Tessa Ramsey. For Central Methodist, Dejanay Hale with 25. Also in double figures, Jerica Nelson, big second half for her with 11. 7 for Lexi Moe. Looks like 2 points for Paige Albrecht, 3 for Sophie Thompson, 5 for Anna Borges, 2 for Allison Hines, 4 for Amanda Hutchings, 2 for Shamira Cockerham, and big win for the Vikings.
All right, this broadcast copyrighted by the Mass Communications Department of the Communications, Humanities, and Human Service Division of Missouri Valley College. For the private use of our audience, any retransmission or other use of the content of the broadcast without the express written consent of Missouri Valley College is prohibited. Also, a big thanks to everyone at Marshall, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram for providing transportation when Joe and I are on the road covering events on the Viking Sports Network. Women win it 78-63. Let's take a break. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with a men's contest. We'll talk to you in just a bit.